Hi everyone, welcome to the online class. I am Suresh Upadhyay. Today I am going to explain Civics Chapter 1 of Standard 8, and that is the role of Constitution. In earlier class you have known about that the word Constitution. First of all, we just try to know that what do you mean by Constitution. So the set of rules and regulation of a nation is known as Constitution. It is a supreme law of the nation. That means nobody will ignore the power of Constitution, and Constitution is the supreme set of rules and regulations for the nation that guided not only to the government but also the activities of the people and society. Understand? In earlier time, there were different ways of a ruling system by some of the person like monarchs, by some of the religious ideology, by some of the scholars. But in a democratic nation, Constitution plays a vital role to determine the power of the government and the faith and responsibility of the people towards the nation. Okay? So, Constitution provides the power not only for the people but also for the government how to conduct a nation through a specific rules and regulation. So, in Standard 8, Civics 1, role that means responsibility, role that means the way how to work for the nation. So, before explaining, just know a little bit about the Constitution. The first meeting of Constituent Assembly was held in 1946 under the presidency of Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. Now, in 47, nation was divided into India and Pakistan. Some of the members went to Pakistan, and 300 something member has left for Constituent Assembly, and now it was completed in 26 November 1949, and after that it was adopted in 26 January 1950. Okay. So after this information, our nation become a republic. Republic, that means the head of a nation elected by the people. Democracy, the people is the supreme boss of the nation who cast their vote and choose the elected government. That's why India is democratic and a republic nation. So Constitution declare a nation is guided by some of the rules and regulations that provide harmony, that provide a principle through which a government organize their activity, through that a people ensure their activities, and after that a government formulate their activity, how to manage, how to survive, how to take the path of development for the nation. That's why a constitution is the ultimate source of law, and nobody will show their supremacy over the constitution, either the government or the people. I hope you understand. The next topic is need for the law. Need for the law. Suppose, I think there are no any society in the world can be managed or organized in better ways without the use of rules and regulation. Suppose you are a student, you come to the school daily. So, do follow the rules or regulation? Yes. At your home, do you follow the rules and regulation? When you go out from your home without the information of the parents, then parent will ask, where do you spend your time? Instead, because you are underage, your father go outside from the house, nobody will ask, because everyone knows that no. He goes, then there is work anywhere. Understand? So rules and regulation is very necessary to maintain the peace and coordination of the society. To identify the power and functions of the person as well as the government. That's why each and every section of the society have some rules and regulations, and through that they work for the welfare of the people. That's why rules and regulations are necessary for the betterment of any family, any society, any state, any nation. Understand? Legitimacy of law. What do you mean by legitimacy? In Hindi, कानूनी रूप से वैधता. What is the difference between monarch and a democratic government? Monarch is a supreme power of a person who controlled forcefully the government in a nation like Hitler. Okay? And a monarch worked until he or she had the power. But in democracy, it works according to rules and regulation, according to constitutional system. That's why the government forms and government resigns according to rule. That is legitimacy. Means it is recommended by the constitution, the rule. Nobody will claim, nobody will ask any questions about the work and procedure of the constitution. That's why a democratic government is the better government to the compare of all other government in the world. So that's why it is legitimacy. That means if constitution announces that untouchability is completely banned in India, that means banned. If somebody has followed, that means it will be a punishable act. If constitution has recommended that there is no discrimination between female and male, if somebody has organized, that means it will be punishable act. That's why legitimacy provides by the constitution. Or in a democratic government, legitimacy is the most powerful weapon to ensure each and every rights for the people and the governments. Understand? So, according to constitution, a government, provide the path of peace, harmony, equality, opportunity, responsibility, legitimacy for the nation. And those who survive in the nation are treated equally by the law. Understand? Now, Dowry Prohibited Act 1961, there is a topic, and dowry is illegal in India, and at present many of circumstances you have seen some of the people demanded dowry. Okay, either the upper section of the people or lower section of people, either educated or uneducated, it's a part of our society. But some of the intellectuals, some of the reformers, take the voice. No, dowry is punishable act, and in 1961, the government decided to form a law to combat against the illegal ideology to provide faith and glory of the daughter of the nations. That's why one who demanded dowry of any circumstances must be, you know, imprisoned by the law. Either somebody has complained against him or her. Okay. Indecent representations of Women Prohibition Act. Okay. Earlier, in many nations, women had no equality in each and every spheres of life. But in India, after independence, woman, is, treated as equal as men. But in many circumstances, I had seen earlier how women exploited by the, prejudice or stereotype male-dominated society. That's why the act provided women a power to write, paint, show their ideology, form their association, and do anything she wants. Okay. The commission of sati, it was also a very, very evils. Dark evil for the backwardness of the society. And in satis, in what? If a lady husband had died, then the woman or girls had to burn live on the cremation of the male or husband. How mean and how bad evils of the society. Now the Act 1987. Okay. The law was passed in 1987 when the Roop Kunwar committed sati in Deorala in Rajasthan, and the incident generated widespread reactions all over the country. That's why during the time of colonial rule sati was banned. But in recent time, it was happened in 1987, and the government took a lethal action to combat this type of social evils. That's why constitution play a very, very vital role for this kind of, vanish this kind of social evils. Now, printer diagnostic techniques, regulations, look at this here. The birth of a daughter was often considered a cause of the Indian society and led to the families getting in the center of the unborn babies. Instead, ultrasound. It was also, the government has ordered each and every medical institution only use ultrasound to identify any kind of critical disease, not to show the information about the, foeticide, either male or female. That means no any medical institution has provided any information to the, parents, either female foeticide is male or what? Female. No. That's why it was Parental Diagnostic Technique Regulation Act 1996. If any medical institution determined any kind of sex determination is a punishable act, so Constitution is very, very helpful of this kind of solving the problems. Hindu Succession Amendment Act, that means 19 September 2005, remove gender discriminatory provisions in the Hindu Succession Act 56, give the following right to daughter under. That means according to Constitution, there is no difference between brother and sister. That means if a parent's property, the sons have equal rights in ancestral property, now the Constitution provided daughters are also same part, same equality in the ancestral property. That's why all brothers and sisters are equal in perennial property or ancestral property. Share of the predeceased daughter shall be allotted to her surviving child. Understand? So, these the laws generally provided by the Constitution. It provides, Constitution provides how to empower the society, how to empower the marginalized section, how to empower the women, how to empower the girls, how to empower the lower section of society. And it also provide the way and path and guideline for the government. What do you do for the welfare of the society, harmony of the society, peace of the society? So understand the role of Constitution. Next class and next topic I have explained about that. So first you learn it. Thank you.